Oh man, Bitcoin is responding here, regaining its EMA ribbon in what is a major coup here for the crypto markets. We have a big macroeconomic week coming up this week. All coins could potentially be set to really rise forward if Bitcoin can close this candle out in 8 hours time. I'm going to break down exactly what I'm seeing here in the charts and a lot more. Smash up the likes. Do not forget to subscribe. Guys, check this out. This was my Arbitrum trade here. Just taking 50% profit here at Take Profit 1. Still got Take Profit 2 and 3 here still in play here on Arbitrum. Another beautiful trade. Yesterday I shared the stored trade, which was 10% spot returns. Another 10% spot return here on a Sunday bagged on Arbitrum. I share some of my trade analysis. Ijazcrypto.com/TG. That's the first link in the description. If you want to see the kind of altcoins I trade, how I do the TA patterns, I'll share all that game for free in my Telegram community. Of course, check that out. Links in the description. Now, as you can see here, Bitcoin is the focus of the day. Altcoins can't do anything if Bitcoin doesn't at least hold this trend. And you can see here, Bitcoin has had a very, very strong couple of days. Of course, here on Friday, we had a huge 4.7% move here. Yesterday on the Saturday, a decently green candle. And today, another decently low volume weekend candle. But something really important is happening here. As you can see, Bitcoin is right now above its daily EMA ribbon. Yes, we spent a little bit of time here below our EMA ribbon, but look how quickly it's just bounced back. And the question is now going to be, can we close this daily candle above this EMA ribbon? Where we're at right now here at 42.3 is perfectly fine. If we can close above this, like I've been sharing the last few days, the trend comes back to being bullish. Now, I'm going to add one extra caveat. If this was a weekday, that would be enough. Because it's a weekend, even if this closed above, I'd be conscious of tomorrow's candle. I'm going to explain why shortly. But if even if this closes above, if tomorrow's candle is a horrible red one pushing us to the downside, then that's something I would be wary of. So always be very, very cautious with weekend volume. That being said, it's still good. It's very good that we got this this daily candle here pushing back above the EMA ribbon, and it's a good sign here for crypto market. You can see altcoins here just stalling for the moment here, trying to wait for some direction from Bitcoin, and it's no surprise when we've got such a bumper week coming up. We've got a lot of data coming out here, guys, particularly in the US market. We're going to start off the week with, of course, it being a jobs week, right? You're going to get your jobs figure. You're going to get your private jobs reading. On Friday, you're going to get your non-farm payrolls. Are you tired of worrying about the security of your cryptocurrency transactions? In this crazy world that is crypto, protecting and preserving our digital assets is everything. And for that reason, I partner with NordVPN, the best VPN service for crypto traders. With NordVPN, you can be sure that your online transactions are completely secure and your identity is hidden from prying eyes. Their military-grade encryption technology makes sure that no one can access your data, even on public Wi-Fi networks, so you can trade with complete peace of mind anywhere, anytime. Guys, seriously, don't risk your hard-earned crypto and NFTs for the price of a coffee each month. They've also offered a free month and up to 60% off their plans. Oh, and they've got a 30-day money-back guarantee. Guys, seriously, it's a small price to play for a rapid, safe VPN. Definitely check it out. Links in the description. Ijaz.uk/NordVPN. And let's get back into this video. But if that wasn't enough, on Wednesday, you also get the very, very important event. That is the FOMC meeting. Yes, you're going to get Jerome Powell's decision on whether we're pausing, whether we're cutting, or whether we're hiking. Markets here, of course, not expecting a hike. They are actually expecting a pause. Majority of the market, like you can see there, 97% are saying we're going to pause. Nobody's actually thinking we're going to get a cut. Now, if Jerome Powell surprises us with a cut, remember, labor figures were showing strong. If they show strong again tomorrow, we had PCE inflation soften to the downside as well. If that comes in soft tomorrow, the jobs figure, what if Jerome Powell surprises us? That would be crazy because the market is not priced in. We could get crazy green candles if that happens. Now, of course, very, very unlikely. Most probably Jerome Powell will pause, and like the market expects, we'll see a cut, which is what they're pricing in at the next meeting on March the 20th. So pretty much half of the market here are expecting we'll stay paused even in March, and the other half of the market is saying, no, we'll finally get our first rate cut in March. And that's going to be the important kind of indicator that we need to follow going into the next FOMC meeting in March as well. So all to play for next week. Will we get that cut? Will we get a pause? The market will be watching that with bated breath, along with the non-farm payrolls as well. So with Bitcoin here, we just need to see Bitcoin bounce, right? We need to see Bitcoin hold above the CMA ribbon and start working its levels. It needs to start working through 43 and 43.5 and start getting some strength back. Even if it's sideways for a bit, just hold some strength, right? Don't just get rejected here. What you don't want to see is this. You just want to see boom and a lower low. That is not good here for Bitcoin, right? You want to see Bitcoin manage to push above, get a higher high, maybe here above the 43.5, because that's this peak here, and that'll be a nice strong recovery trend here for Bitcoin. Now, if Bitcoin can hold some strength here and move to the upside, I think altcoins can really benefit from that if Bitcoin can set some direction. Even if Bitcoin can hover around some of these levels for a while, around this 42.5, 43 level, I think altcoins will do pretty strong as well, and I'll be looking to actively take some trades in the meantime as well. Let's also take a look here at the fear and greed index. You can see the market is pretty neutral, right? 54 here shows that the market did not have a major capitulation. It went down to 49. This market is kind of comfortable right now. People are not fearful. And so for that reason, I'm still holding a slight bias that we could get rejected from this level, right? So even if we get the daily candle close here today, I want to see what happens tomorrow, particularly when the US market opens up. Do we get a violent rejection here to the downside, or can we hold some momentum? If we can stay green and hold some momentum, this could be really positive for Bitcoin and the wider markets. Let's also check in on the dollar index, which is now looking set here on the weekly candle to move into its CMA ribbon. And this is why this is so important. If this can get rejected, if we can reject this from the downside, again, that's going to signal that Bitcoin can go up, right? Risk on assets will go up as the dollar index moves down. But in order for that to happen, we need to see markets rotate risk on, right? We need to see risk coming back into the market, push this to the downside, and that's going to keep this downward trend here on the weekly chart for dollar index. And the opposite is also true. What we do not want to see, which was at risk at some point during this week before this candlestick closed on a Friday, was look at how at one point during the week it was above its EMA ribbon. It nearly reclaimed the trend. And if it reclaims the trend, this could be a bad sign for Bitcoin, NASDAQ, risk on assets, because we don't want this going in this direction. We want to see the exact opposite. We want to see it get rejected, right? Because ultimately, you're in a downward trend here and it just retraced back to the mean, which is coming back into the EMA ribbon. Now we need to push this to the downside, and that could then set Bitcoin up for some strength. If this continues to have a strong week this week due to bad labor figures and other things, then you could see Bitcoin getting rejected. So if we see Bitcoin getting rejected, I'll be looking to DCA, right? If this, again, like I've said plenty of times, if it comes down to those 38 levels again, if it wants to come down to 37, for me, no problem whatsoever. I'll be happy to buy the dip. But you can see how bullish this market is right now. I mean, for those who are misunderstanding how positive this is, Bitcoin went crazy since October, right? Due to the ETF's hype. And then it cooled off for a little bit. Look at these couple of weeks here where it's cooling off. Crazy candlestick to the upside, crazy candlestick to the downside. But the pullback so far has not even been on a weekly time frame. You had moments here where you could have bought the dip, right? On this wick. You didn't have a big weekly candlestick printing here, weekly candlestick here and another one here and another one here and another one here, spending, 4 weeks here to the downside. We've not seen that. We just saw a crazy wick to the downside, and then people bought the dip. The dip just got bought straight back up, showing a lot of bullish intent here in this market. So really big day here for Bitcoin, reclaiming that. I will be looking for some trades. I'm actively looking for some new trades now. If I do find some exciting trade opportunities, I will be sharing that with our Telegram community, ijazcrypto.com/TG. Thanks for watching, guys. If you appreciate these updates, even on a Saturday, smash up the likes. Don't forget to subscribe. Go watch this video here, and I'll see you in the next one.